It's the world famous Swag in the Morning. I am your brother Prince Cree.
And I'm Lady D.
Lady D, before we get into this excited evening, I'm super excited. Tell everybody what swag means.
Swag means saved with amazing grace.
And morning do not mean daytime. It means new hope, new beginning, freedom from being in the darkness. And this evening, we got a queen aboard with us, and she's going to make the light shine.
That's right.
Right on you. Believe that. How's everybody doing? Lady D, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
I see your locks is in effect. Got your locks in effect. Yeah. I'm growing my beard because I got to look like an old prophet in the musical with the purpose. My Life Matters. I'm excited for this month. That was a shameless plug, right?
It was a shameless plug.
I'm a prideful plug. The musical with the purpose. My Life Matters coming to the Z Theater in Virginia Beach. It's free to come in, and it's sold out. Like it's like, right. How can something free be sold out?
But that's a good thing, though.
How can something free be sold out?
Look, well, yeah, it can't be sold out, but the tickets are gone, though.
Shout out to Mayor Bobby D from Newark, New Jersey, from Brick City, that's partnering with us to do this amazing event. I'm excited. Mental health is a serious thing, Lady D, especially amongst the African-American community. We are in denial that it's just a rich thing, and then it's a poor thing. It's a white thing. It's a mental health thing,
right?
And it's the devil. That demon do not care what set you claiming. Crip, blood, Christian, Muslim, Buddhism, Judaism. It don't matter. It is after your gift.
That's right.
And God made us all in his image. And if we can give in now, he will be successful. The devil, that is. So we're not going to give him a chance with My Life Matters.
Absolutely.
Not at all. So I'm excited. I'm rocking my whole ensemble. Yeah, I'm showing off because the musical is February the 27th. You can get a chance to get the link to get access to the pay-per-view.
Right.
Because in Virginia Beach, it's already sold out. No more seats in the Z Theater in Virginia Beach Town Center. Shout out to Regina Mobley, who broke the story on Wavy. My goodness. And our prayers go out to all those that took their lives. Regina King lost her son.
Right.
And then the former U.S. Miss USA, Chris, she took her life. And we got to stand up and be the voice for them. The victim, lady.
Absolutely. So it's again, you're not crazy if you go out and you get some help. I mean, we try to talk to, our friends, our girlfriends, our guy friends. We try to talk to everybody, but talk to someone who is trained in the area of mental health so that they can help you. I mean, prayer works. It absolutely does. But God bless those people with those, with those gifts to help others for a reason. They are licensed. So please go out and talk to somebody. You are not crazy because you get help. You are crazy because you did not, knowing that you need it.
Exactly.
So we just tell y'all to just please do that. Please.
I got some gifts. We got some presents in the mail, Lady D. You got your box?
I do have my box. I'm just gonna wait for me, but
okay, get your box. Get your box going on. Let's unbox it right now.
A little fast tonight.
Only because I'm excited. Who our guest is? I'm super excited. I couldn't wait. I was, I was on, the company I work for. Mutual funds and all that good stuff. And I'm sitting there saying, like, what are you rushing? I'm like. We had like mid reviews and all that, and they're telling me about my raise and all that. Lady D, you want to hear about that, right? You want to hear about that money, right? So I'm like, yeah, that's good. It's all good. And the interview 7:00. I'm like, it's all good. It's good. It's fine. It's dandy. I got an interview. Guess who went? I couldn't wait to share.
I was telling everybody.
I couldn't wait to tell him. It's like, who? I said,
I was telling everybody at work today.
Maia, Chaka. And then first, if they would have said they didn't know her, I would have got offended.
Right.
I was ready to go off. Like Lady D, I'm sitting there saying, say you don't know her. I swear. You better be lucky we virtual working from home. Because I was going to go in on them. And I was like, sometimes you can't wait. I mean, growing up where I'm in the project side of Patterson. You in the doorbell side, lady. You Mr. Clark's favorite. You Mr. Clark's favorite. I'm the 300 on that stage.
Yeah.
Mr. Clark. You was his favorite. So I was ready to get physical. You would have just dropped a book, a verse, and prayed for them. Me, I was ready to fight. If you didn't know, Maia, Chaka.
Well, I was, spreading the word at work today,
And they knew who she was.
and yeah, yeah, yeah.
My people did too.
Yeah, my ride or die.
Yeah, you got people.
Cindy, that I always joke her, and we always say that's my white friend, that's my white twin, and she knew exactly who she was, and I was like, yes, that's what I'm talking about. Y'all need to know who she is.
I was waiting for a black person not to know. Now Cindy knowing, she Googling it, and but if my sister, brother wouldn't know, trust me, I was going there. Shout out to Ayana Bean.
Yes,
sent us this wonderful
you.
thing. But y'all don't know who she is. She was on BET series American Trap Queen. She had a story. Ayana Bean went through a lot of things, man, and from the federal prison to now writing a book.
That's right.
A year in the day.
Yes.
She's added to our book club. Got the little candles so you can get really nice and romantic, Lady D. Oh no, that's not that.
That's not okay. That.
That's not that thing. You can just light your candle and to meditate on this book. Go ahead and get it. You can go follow on Instagram, Miss Ayana Bean.
Yeah.
And you could just Google her. She was on BET series American Trap Queen. She has a book out. I want y'all to support that. This is African American Black History Month. I want y'all to support her. And now for the guests. Okay, you got something to say? I'm sorry.
No, you can also go ahead and get her book at ayearinaDaybook.com.
Thank you, Lady D.
ayearinaDaybook.com.
A Year in a Day.
Go ahead. Y'all don't want to miss it. Her story is an amazing story.
Yes, indeed.
You have to hear her story. You have to read this story because it just shows you how, you might get into something, you might get wrapped up in something and tied up into some things that you really shouldn't have gotten into. But there is life after that. There is life after that. She came and, she made mistakes in life. She went through some hard stuff in life, even as a little girl. And then she got into some stuff after she, became a little older. But then she redeemed herself. She redeemed herself in the very end. And she is making it happen. So y'all, please.
Yes, salute,
please
salute, 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 salute. So, Lady D.
Yes.
You like football?
I can get into football.
Okay.
A little bit.
Now, I never force you guys. We from Jersey, right? So everybody in my family said I should be a Giants fan.
They really get you.
Now that I'm in Virginia, in the Hampton Roads, they saying I should be this is a dumb name, Washington Commanders fan. Who in the world thought of that? Anyway, I am a Dallas Cowboys fan. So I love NFL. I love it. I love the Super Bowl, lady.
Okay.
The Super Bowl was fine. I had an exciting time.
Uh-huh.
Shout out to Levi and Lynn fighting us over. Had some good air fry. I love the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
I love it even more.
Well, why
I love it even more.
Why is that?
I love it even more, Lady D. Why? Because our next guest is the first of its kind. The first ever. There's no duplicated. There is no twin, no clone, no... Put your doggone hands together for the amazing, the queen, Maia Chaka! Yeah, I'm excited.
Yes.
Yes, I'm excited. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stage is yours. This is the swag in the morning. My God, I'm shaking. You don't even see it. Put my hand down.
That's crazy. Well, thank you for that amazing introduction. I'm so humbled by that. That was awesome.
Yeah, I know I'm awesome.
No,
she said that was awesome.
Yeah, you heard her wrong.
I'm gonna go ahead and play that back. I'm gonna edit that piece. You was awesome.
You know what? You give me Funk Flex vibes though. How many people tell you that?
Everybody.
You ever catfish people and let them know that, say you Funk Master Flex and you get gigs? You ever do that? That might work.
Don't give him no ideas.
No. Shout out to Turquoise. Turquoise said to me, she said, bro, you look like Funk Master Flex. You remind me of Flex. Like, gosh, sure. Yeah.
You can set up like a whole Tinder page and everything and tell people who you are.
I like her.
Maya, don't give him no idea.
You ain't taking notes. You take notes every other time?
No. I'm good.
I got this on the record. I like that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Funk Flex.
All right, Flex, let's go.
So, Maya, how have you been hanging out? How have you been handling your personal life during this pandemic? How have you been handling things?
I mean, I've been pretty cool. I didn't really have to change much. I don't like people for real. No, I'm lying. um, I really am a homebody. So like, when everything shut down for a minute, it did hurt that I couldn't work because there weren't any sports to work during that time. I was working in the XFL when COVID first hit. And so it just sat me down for a minute. And, I'm someone who's used to being on the go every single weekend, and it felt good just to sleep in my own bed every single day of the month. So
Wow.
it was cool for me.
Wow. Do you know this? This is a fact. No rumor. Because I'm hearing so you don't know, I watch Sports Center and all the guys in the locker room talk, Stephen A. and all these folks when they be talking. Do you know they already ranked you the flyest for flyest model, actress, referee, period. Because, you can't call a guy that, but they already got you on the top 5 most flyest NFL referees on the planet. So how do you feel about that comment? They saying you should be doing not just NFL, not just throwing them little yellow flags, that you should be just walking the runway, modeling your own lip gloss, your own. Okay, I can see it.
I do what I do like I'm doing it for TV, right? Who said that? Was that Dipset, Cameron, or
Yeah,
somebody?
yeah,
That's why I love her. That's why
yeah.
I love her. Too.
Everything you do, you're doing it for like they on you. When you throw the flag, you like.
A little bit of authority.
There you go.
What?
There you go. With the
Taunting. I wish they get rid of that rule. Anyway, taunting.
Yeah. It's cool though. You got to have your own little sauce to everything you do. Like everything you do has to have your own little flair to it, right? Because nobody can be you but you.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Top 5. Like they should have had me as number 1. I'm like the only one of my kind. That's kind of insulting a little bit.
They did the top 5.
Just joking.
I combined, and that was a thing. Just letting you know. With I forgot what episode with Molly was on it, and she was all on your side. Like, don't you know? Like, she doesn't miss a beat, even in her zebra uniform. Like, you still out there looking fly. So, Maya, what got you into refereeing? Like, where did that come from?
It was really like a bet or like a dare, should I say? Because I used to heckle referees so bad growing up, and then like when I was working at Norfolk State with intramurals, we used to hire like the worst officials to work basketball and football, and they were the same guys that would come out. So they come out just to get their check. The big bellies that go over, and so I'm over there joking them like, man, you making calls from half court that you should, just straight trashing them. And one of the guys turned around. It was all out of fun and games though. And one of the guys turned around and says, "Hey, if you think you can do it better, if you think you do it better than me, then why don't you try?" And I was like, all right. I always just kept that in the back of my mind. Like, okay, I'm definitely going to try it. And I did. And I did it better than what he did. So, proved him wrong.
So where were you when you got the news? You did it. You did it.
Right. That's just like I think of it, and when I hear that you did it on a dare, but look what that dare did, and look what a dare got you, right? So I mean, it was just like, do you feel like you're doing what you dreamt, always dreamed to do? I mean, I know it was a dare, but what was your dream?
I didn't really have a dream. My dream was just to always be successful at something, right?
Okay.
So I always wanted to be able to uplift my community and be that type of person who gave hope to other people who didn't really have hope. And honestly, this has just given me a huge platform in order to support that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just the type of person, like, if you tell me not to do it, I'm going to do it. And or if you tell me I can't do something, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to prove you wrong. So that's just always inside of me, always just, trying to get the best of someone.
Wow.
So.
Well said. Well said. Yeah. My question is, where were you when you got the news?
I was playing 2K. I was playing 2K with my nephew. My nephew lives in New York. He was 10, at 9 or 10. I don't even know how. Yeah, he was 10, 9 or 10 years old at the time. Mm-hmm. And we were just playing because that's how I keep my bond with him. You know, I don't see him as much, can't travel to see him. I'm not good at 2K, so don't ask me for a gamer tag or none of that. I just play because it's him, right? And so I'm playing with him, and it was 9 p.m., like on a Monday night, which is the last time that you think that you're going to receive a phone call from somebody telling you that you got this job. And so my phone rings. It's, one of the supervisors from the NFL. And I'm like, this is kind of weird calling me at 9 o'clock on a Monday. So I pick it up. He goes, yeah, we don't have any office hours in the National Football League. Have you ever heard of Monday Night Football? Like, just joking around. And he says, you have a lot of work to do. Because I'm thinking we're just going to review some film. I had just worked the Senior Bowl. And he tells me I have a lot of work to do. And I'm like, I don't know what you mean. I thought I did a good job. He goes, you have a lot of work to do if you want to be an official, if you want to work in this league. He says, welcome to the National Football League. Maia, Chaka, line of scrimmage official. So yeah, 9 p.m.
Check this out
on a Monday.
I want to play a clip because this is where I asked a question but knew the answer. But I love this clip from the Today Show, courtesy from the Today Show. I love this little part. Check it out, man.
He took me under his wing a few years ago, so I thought he was really just calling me, just to kind of just talk. And I'm like, okay, I'll answer the phone. And, the conversation goes, hey, I know we have a meeting with you sometime this week. I just wanted to get you prepared for the meeting. Also, you have a lot of work ahead of you. And I said, a lot of work ahead of me. Okay. He goes, welcome to the National Football League. And I just went nuts. I asked him, hey, are you punking me? You got to be kidding. Just because I've been at it for so long and I just never thought the day would come. I just enjoyed working.
You actually heard the famous phrase, welcome to the NFL, Maya.
The viewers are going to see it. Mm-hmm. I love that clip. And they were so excited. Welcome to the NFL, my. That part I love. Right. I love it. I love it. I love it.
I remember seeing that. And when I saw it, I remember just stopping in my tracks and was like, oh my God, because I was upstairs. So I looked over the balcony and I saw it on TV and I was like, oh my God, she's somewhere around here. And I was so excited for you because you know what? I mean, because I just like, you know what? She looks like a boss. She looks like she handles things. She looks like she gets things done. And I am so glad that I had the chance to witness it because I'm like, you know what? Somebody at that point saw that it is possible. Things are possible. You never know what you're doing. So you got to always put your best foot forward. And give it all that you have because you never know what's around the corner. And that's what I saw in that moment, that she had no idea that was coming. So I was excited for her. I was screaming like I knew you.
I love it, love it. So you mentioned that you are
something's going on with the audio. I can't hear you guys.
Let's see.
Let's see what's going on.
Let's dance. Put on your... Okay.
It's always something when you have something good
when
going
you're excited,
on. It's always
right?
something gonna mess it up.
I know,
it's
right?
All right, we're gonna get it back.
Yeah, I got to because I'm super excited. Still excited. Lady D. Hold on.
She hanging in there. She hanging in.
Hanging in there. This dumb.
Now it's like real distorted. You want me to leave and come back in?
Can you hear us? No. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, 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 okay. I think we back. I don't know if we back. We should be back somehow back. Maya, are you with us still? Can you still hang in with us? Can you hear us? Maya, can you hear us? Maya, can you hear us? 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 Can you hear us?
How about now?
Yeah.
We can hear you now.
All right.
Oh, little technical difficulties. The devil's trying to block my thing here. So I was asking you, what is a line judge? Is that the one that you can't cross the line? You getting? Are you in charge of those first downs they robbed my Cowboys from?
I, I don't know about that, but we're in charge of pretty much every aspect of the game. So it's like we're like the alpha of and omega of like the entire football game. Like the game has to start with a clean snap, right? So no false starts, no offsides, formations have to be legal. So that's the first thing we check for. And then throughout the play, we're looking for every single call. We call holding, we call blocks in the back, we call pass interference, illegal contact. We call everything except roughing the passer. And then at the end of the
Okay.
play, of course, we mark where they want them to spot the ball. So yeah, we are responsible for letting them know if it's a first down or not, or if they made a touchdown or whatever it is. You know, we start the plays and we end them.
Hmm.
It's the most difficult position to work in the National Football League.
Now that I know.
There you go.
I, I,
So let me ask. You got the job. Now, I'm sure there were more things that you had to learn. I'm sure you didn't know every single thing when you went in. Now, is there a lot that you had to learn on top of what you already knew?
Yeah, it takes, and I'm still learning. It really takes 5 years to really learn the NFL rules. And then they change, like a lot of them change every year. Like you get a lot of rule changes each year. So I was in a development program for 7 years. And so I studied the rules for 7 years. And then when you get in, there's another change in rules or the change in the way that they want them called. So it's a constant door of just wanting to get better and having to get better because it's difficult. Like our rule book looks like a phone book. It's that thick and
Oh,
it's
wow.
very different. Yeah. So you have to know it.
wow.
So, it just makes you, I mean,
That kills that for you, Lady D, huh? You don't want to be no.
no, I'm not. That's not in my area. I'm gonna let her go ahead and rule it. But you know what? It may, I guess for football lovers, it will, change the way you look at the game, knowing that there's so many rules and, now y'all referee, now what the referees go through and what they have to know out there. So y'all should be a little bit more lenient on the ones that y'all really don't like.
Yeah, I am. Because it's not their fault that 14 penalties against my boys, holding, offside, false start, defensive offsides. I'm like a Stephen A. I'm ridiculous with my boys. Like 14 penalties. Y'all making their job. I'm not going to lie. If they ever jump bad on, I don't care. They ever jump bad on mine, I'm changing teams. Yeah, I said it.
I get you. Now, Maya, listen, you know how when people feel like you've made it or you've gone to another level in life and you're now in the spotlight. How many more family members did you gain or best friends do you have now as opposed to what you had before?
Well, I mean, that's a really tricky question because I always have a small circle and
Hmm.
I only trust very few. And for me, of course, everybody wants to claim you, and I claim everybody also. You know, I come from Rochester, New York. I also taught in the school system in Virginia Beach for like 15 years, so I know a lot of people. And just so anybody can just say, "Hey, I know her," and that they had the opportunity, to interact with me or they know me on some type of level. You never want to disown those people,
Right.
right? So I acknowledge everybody. I acknowledge where I come from. I value every single relationship I've ever had. And so, just my presence means more to them than it does for me to say, I'm not associated with this person. That
Right.
doesn't mean I get handouts and, and everybody comes to my house. That's different because you have to
Hmm.
have boundaries in order to maintain your level of sanity.
Right.
But, I welcome everybody who claims me because I claim them all too.
Well,
Awesome.
here on the
Awesome.
swag, everyone that comes into our home is family member because we
Yeah.
home. We launching this from our house, and so you're a family member. You are a family member when you come here. We excited. I'm excited. So I want you to give some advice. We're celebrating Black History Month. I want you to give some advice to some young girl that may have no hope, may not have a come from a good home or whatever. I mean, whether from Virginia Beach to New York to New Jersey, give some words of encouragement to someone that may want to get in what you're doing, and may not have that confidence. What would you say to them?
You can't be afraid to try and step outside the box. And so for me, I got my opportunities by not being afraid of working with people who don't look like me, and that's where my opportunities came from. And you have to be able to break down those barriers between you and whatever it is that's inside of your way, and just not be afraid to take a risk as long as it doesn't compromise like your morals or your values. And then once you dive headfirst into it, if you don't like it, then switch it up. You can do something different. But it's all life is all about trial and error. And you can't be successful if you just don't step outside the box and try.
Awesome.
Wow, lady.
Yeah. You know what? I would have. I'm going to ask this question. Because I have a million questions in my head. I have a million questions just running around. So you said that you were in the school system. What did you actually do in the school system? Were you a teacher?
Right. So I taught health and phys ed at the alternative campus in Virginia Beach at Renaissance Academy, which is formerly Virginia Beach Central. So I taught there. I've never taught in a regular high school. So I did that as a student teacher all the way up until last summer. I resigned and I'm no longer with Virginia Beach Public Schools. I now work with Achievable Dream. That's a nonprofit here in Virginia Beach. Well, it's
Okay.
in Virginia, Newport News as well. And we work in partnership with the school system. And so what we do is we pretty much go out to economically disadvantaged families, and we provide educational equity, for those families. So we are like a support system. They still follow the regular Virginia Beach curriculum, but what I do specifically is I mentor kids closely, those kids that are having a hard time adjusting or just aren't doing well with attendance or grades. I get up close and personal with them and their families. I go on home visits. I try to do whatever I can do that's going to break down those barriers to make those kids successful.
Okay. Now is that what grades are those?
I do a middle and high school. So I work specifically with sixth through ninth grade right now because we're a growing high school program. So next
Okay.
year I become 10th graders, and it's exciting about that.
Awesome. That is good to know. That is wonderful to
Yeah,
know.
yeah. It's
Okay.
challenging for me because again, coming from Jersey, and you should know, coming from New York, the way our children learn is totally different. And when me and Lady D trying to teach our fifth grader, it's some challenges the way they teach here versus the way we was taught in Patterson. And so I don't want to break the way they're learning. It's almost like we have to relearn
Mhm.
ourselves as older parents coming from a different school system. So it's been a little challenging for us, even with our daughter. So we're looking at resources to try to really give her the help she needs at home
Mhm.
ourselves. And it's in a battle because I'm like, that's not how you do math. The box and this on this and that. And I'm like, carry this and carry that, and let's get out of here. And so it's been a real challenge. And Virginia Beach got some good school system, but still got to learn all the resources here
Mhm.
to get her help and so that she can be better in where she's at academically.
Right. So being okay, so being in the school system and doing what you do in the school system, how do you juggle the two? The NFL and in the school. So how does that work together?
Well, luckily now, NFL plays on Sundays, so I can actually work a full work week,
Okay.
Monday through Friday, and then I fly out on Saturdays, and I work my game on Sunday. And a lot of days I miss a lot of Mondays. Sometimes coming back, I'm just like either too tired or my flight comes back too late for me to go to working on a Monday, or I miss like half a Monday, and I'm there, for the second half of the day. But really, the school thing that has me on autopilot because that's something I really enjoy, just and that keeps me grounded and humble. working around like the kids, you know, because they don't care that I'm going to work a game on a Sunday. They don't care that I'm verified on social media and all this stuff. All they care about is how am I going to make them better, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, you know, I really didn't mean it when I said, you know, this what I've accomplished is not just for me. It's for, you know, my community, my culture, these kids, because, you know, I have the power of influence. I'm a very
Absolutely.
influential person inside of that building, and I can get these kids. You know, there's certain, like I said, there's certain barriers and walls that I can break down, and I look forward to that every single week. I look forward knowing that I'm helping somebody get a better score in math, or I'm helping them increasing retention rates, like helping them get to school every day. Like there's some kids who won't even get up and go to school, and I'm knocking on their doors, getting them to get out of bed and taking them to school, you know?
Wow.
And so, you know, to me, that's rewarding. And so I look forward to that.
Well,
Wow.
thank you. Thank you so much, because you know what, that as a parent just made me feel so much, so much joy inside to know that, I mean, there are a lot of people that care, don't get me wrong. But then there are some people who just, I feel like, just don't go the extra mile. I had a teacher that went the extra mile for me. When I didn't do something right, it was beyond the classroom. She took the time to come to my house. She took the time to make sure, and I see that that's what you do. So, you know what? Thank you so much for that, because some people don't, so we have to celebrate the ones that do, because I feel like you guys make up for the ones who really don't. So thank you so much. I
Thank you.
salute you for that.
Yes. And Maya, this is the time where we give you the stage. The stage is yours. If you want to say whatever you want, do what you want to do, or if you feel that you have said enough, that's fine. But tell everybody what you have going on. It's up to you. The stage is yours. Any last words you want to say?
All right, cool. Mama, I made it. No, seriously. But right now, like in conjunction to me being an educator, I actually am kicking off my own nonprofit, which is called Make Meaningful Change, also MMC, which are my initials. No, you're not gonna know what my middle name is, but it does begin with an M.
Darn it.
Yeah. So what MMC is, it's a community engagement organization. And what we're going to do is, have a lot of activities and resources and things for like the teens and young adults to do, because there isn't many things for them to do here within this area. And this is a very beautiful area. Hampton Roads is, I notice a lot of times the activities that they have, they're really exclusive, like for one city. Like they have things set up just for Norfolk, or they have things just set up just for Virginia Beach, but there's not a lot that really blends our cultures and our cities together. And my organization, what we're going to try to do, we're trying to create a unified front, like for our youth, to let them know, we're all on the same page and we're all in this together. So that's one thing. Another thing that we're going to do, we're trying to provide additional educational enrichment services and bringing different opportunities to the youth. Like, for example, myself, the platform I've been given, I have a whole new circle of people and a whole new network I have that I'm able to bring in and bring it to the kids, and let them see up close and personal these things are possible. And, hopefully having those people teaching certain classes, or, just maybe some mentorships in between the youth here, just to let them know that they can also meet that professional level as well.
Wow. Maia, Chaka,
That's me.
you have glazed our stage with your presence, with your anointing, with your true good spirit. We thank you for joining in with us. We love you to life. You're a family member, and there's nothing you can do about it but love us back. But this one thing I want you to do me a favor. I normally don't do that. I think we did this with Brenda Gilbert. We want you to stick around for 1 second. We're going to go off the live, and we want to ask you something that can probably help us as parents. If you don't mind, just give us 5 minutes of your time. All right. World famous swag in the morning. That was Maia. Yeah. And look, I'm just going to just say this right now. Just stick around, stick around, stick around. Everybody, we love what was going down. And I'm excited right now.
Yes.
I want y'all to support whatever you do. Share this right now. Remember what she was talking about and support what she's doing. I'm telling you, she's amazing.
I have more questions. You try to cut me.
So that's why I pulled her out. Because the questions you're going to ask her in 5 minutes, Lady D. The questions you want to ask her.
That's not what I wanted to ask her.
Are you there?
Anyway.
World famous swag in the morning. I'm your brother, Prince Creek.
And see.
And we love y'all. Until next time, God bless.